What's up, guys? My name is SnyperSama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over my Arch Tempered Arkveld hunting horn build. Basically, long story short, this build is the hunting horn build I've been using to fight Arch Tempered Arkveld. Now, like a lot of you guys, I have seen Proof of a Hero. I have not completed it. Well, actually, at the time of this recording, I haven't yet. But by the time this goes live, I will have, because there's no way it's going to take me more than a couple of days. I've beaten it. I know I have. I know I will, because I'm recording this over the weekend. There's no way that I'm not going to beat it before the weekend is over and I have to go back to work. So, this might be one of the builds that I use. However, it is not the only build for Proof of a Hero. I made this specifically engineered to fight Arch Tempered Arkveld. And the reason for it is because it lends itself to be very, very good. Depending on what is going on, you guys may have already beaten Arch Tempered Arkveld, and you're looking for a new way to use his gear. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is insanely good gear, okay? With just the helmet and our van braces, or our arms, we have Weakness Exploit level 5 and Flayer level 2. What you may not know is that Hasten Recovery is also part of it. Hasten Recovery basically works as you use X weapon, whatever weapon it may be. Based on that weapon and how slow it is or how fast it is, you have to hit the monster X amount of times within X amount of time. What happens then is you will get a heal of some sort. It's not very much, but it is a little bit, and it lends itself to slowly just kind of boost your health, kind of like Super Recovery on Zoshia. The thing about it is that on Hunting Horn, you kind of get to circumvent and bend the rules a little bit because of one thing here called Echo Bubbles. Echo Bubbles allow themselves to sit there and do damage when you place them. The thing about Arkveld is he likes to move around a lot. He does a lot of combos. However, you can kind of control him, especially when you're playing by yourself. When you are playing by yourself, because you can control where the monster is going, you can keep all of those Echo Bubbles in approximately the same area, meaning instead of just a singular attack hitting him with your Hunting Horn, you have 4. All 4 of which are able to trigger the Hasten Recovery, meaning you're able to kind of bend the rules in just a way that lends itself to be beneficial towards you. As far as our Hunting Horn goes, it is the standard GOG roll. Gormagal's Tyranny, Lord Soul, and my perfect variant, which is Attack Boost 3, Attack Boost 3, Attack Boost EX, Affinity Boost EX, and Sharpness EX. Ideally, this would have been an Attack Boost EX too, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'm trying to come up with builds, trying to make sure that I'm min-maxing all of my supplies, because, truth be told, I really don't want to fight Gogmazios anymore. I think I have like 85-something kills on him, and I'm just kind of over it. It's a long, drawn-out, theatric fight, which is cool, but it was only cool the first, like, 30 times. So, as far as our gear goes, we have Arc Vulcan Helm Gamma, Arc Vulcan Van Braces Gamma. The reason we're rocking these is, like I said, for the Hasten Recovery, the Weakness Exploit level 5, and the Flayer. As far as our chest and our arm or our waist go, we are using Guardian Ebony Coil, both transcended beta variants. The reason for this is because burst is insanely good with use of the Echo Bubbles on Hunting Horn. Every single one of those Hunting Horn Echo Bubbles that you place counts towards burst, counts towards activating burst boost, because it's still damage being done from your weapon, okay? And last but not least, we have the Goregreaves Beta. The reason we are rocking Goregreaves Beta is because we want to make sure that we have affinity. We want to make sure that we're doing a decent job. We want to make sure that we are able to actually pump out solid damage, meaning, thanks to Weakness Exploit level 5 and the Goregreaves, we have about 55% affinity when it is active, okay? Last but not least is we have a Golden Age Charm. Now, this Golden Age Charm is definitely not my best, and in fact, it is one of the few that I would say I use on occasion, but it's not perfect. For me, at least, it fit very, very well into this build. I wanted to have Flayer maxed out. Flayer is insanely good because not only is it going to make it easier to inflict wounds, but is going to do additional damage. The thing about Arkveld is that when you start fighting him, you'll notice that he starts healing those wounds. The problem with that is that you don't get to take advantage of a lot of the opportunity strikes, because if you create a tempered wound, there are times that he will heal it immediately. Meaning, if we can make wounds easier, maybe we can actually get to take advantage of some of that to stun him out of his enraged state, or at least settle the fight down for just a brief moment. Because if you're fighting Arkveld, you know the dude doesn't stop. He's relentless. Meaning, if we can get not only additional damage from Flayer, but also possibly slow him down just a little bit, it makes your life a lot easier, because if you're like me, you weren't breathing when you first started fighting. You were just the entire time, okay? So, at least for me, I would say attack boost is good. Flayer was a great addition, but it is not a requirement. At least for me, I would say attack boost 4, like normal, in the rarity 8 variant. And the reason for that, so you have the extra deco slots. If I had one additional one sitting right here, I would probably do another adaptability. But you'll also notice that I do not have stun resistance on here. Because I don't have stun resistance, it lends me to be a little iffy. But that leads into my next point. Because of how I play on Hunting Horn and the fact that I'm starting to develop a little more of a rhythm with fighting Arkveld, I didn't really need it anymore. I felt like I was doing solid enough that I was okay. So you can choose protection, you can choose the Sane Jewels, you can choose the Adapt Jewel. It's kind of up to you guys. For me, at least, I went with protection because I wasn't getting stunned very often, but that is subject to change because I was also just kind of feeling myself the last couple days. I was in that flow state and I was doing really, really well. So, that being said, protection can be substituted for steadfast. I would keep the Sane Jewels, but adapt and protection can be changed. As far as the rest of the decorations go, we have 2 chain jewels. This is going to give us burst level 3. Burst level 3 is a nice pivotal point. Puts you right in the middle for everything. You're not getting the bare minimum. You're not getting the maximum. And it is diminishing returns the higher level you get. So burst level 3 is a good median. We have Flayer in 1 and 2 slots, plus my charm. This is going to give us the Flayer level 5, making it much easier to make wounds, although he will heal most of them. It still lends itself to be valuable because when he doesn't heal them, we're able to take advantage of it. And do I do just that? Okay. Last but not least is we have our earplugs. Earplugs level 3. I put earplugs level 3 on because I wasn't sure what other level 2 I would put in here. I know that there's going to be people in the comment section that are sitting there like, you only need earplugs level 2. That's fine. You can choose to put something else here. I decided to go with it because I'm also I like aesthetics. This one level of handicraft missing bothers me. Flinch free and adaptability right here, just at 1. It's okay because it's at a 2. It's at a 3. Doesn't bother me. This burst being at 3, perfect. Flayer being at 5, perfect. I'm good. But it's just, I'm OCD. I like how it looks. Not to mention, maximum might, if I were to put in instead, only gives us 10%. Peak performance is a joke. There's no way it's going to happen. Counter-Strike isn't bad with a plus 10, but again, it's not a requirement, meaning earplugs, okay? As far as our weapon goes, we have Sonorous in attack, Dragon in handicraft, and then handicraft once again. The reason for this is because we have 55% affinity. It's solid. You can take advantage of it, but at least in my opinion, it is not high enough to take full advantage of critical boost without feeling like it wasn't a wasted slot. So we go with handicraft because handicraft is great. It counts for everything. As far as everything else goes with the build, most of it is pretty self-explanatory. You don't have any single skill that procs off of the monster. It is all you, all on everything you got going. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it into strong, so I cannot guard it, and I'm going to take some damage. The reason we're going to take some of this damage is because I want to show you guys exactly how it works. Okay, so you can see here, we're going to get some of our health back, but we'll run back, we'll get hit again. We'll probably get hit one more time just so you guys can see, and then we'll cast our Echo Bubbles. The reason we are also using this hunting horn, which is the Gogmardian one, is because I don't think it comes with bad stuff as far as Dragon goes. So what we're going to do, you can see there 400 additional damage was just applied thanks to Flayer. But we're going to go ahead and play our element attack boost. And you can see here, we have 300 raw attack, 566. You guys actually can't see that, so hold on. Let me go ahead and stream deck real quick. Boom. You can see 516, and when burst is active, we have 566. So, on top of that, you also get Restore Sharpness, and you get Echo Wave Dragon. Now, the thing about this is we're going to go ahead and do one more. We'll just do Self-Improvement. If I were to start playing these songs, you can see I've already healed the health that I had. Now, the reason I healed the health that I had was thanks to the hasten recovery. Not only am I able to pump out a ton of damage with 363 raw, 516 element, which was closer to 600, we have a ton of sharpness, we have decent dragon resistance, and on top of all of that is we can sit there and we can do one of the best moves, at least in my opinion, against Arkveld, and that is any sort of piercing attack, which is Resounding Melody, Dragon Piercer, or Pierce Ammo. Arkveld's hit zones are absolutely massive, meaning if you have something that kind of goes through his entire body, it really lends itself to be very, very strong, especially with the main portion of his body being the chain blades. The chain blades are what you need to focus on the most. So, overall, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's build. Thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.